So there is this theory that I recently came across, the let them theory. Let them, just let them. And basically it just tells you to let people be, let people do them. Like, you can't control each and every one. You can't always control people and the outcome of the situation. And I actually agree with that. Like, people are going to do what they want to do regardless, you know, whether you consent it or not. People are still going to do them. I feel like most of the times we try so much to control the outcome. We try so much to control people because of our expectations. Like, you expect something to happen a certain way, and if you feel like it's not going the way you expect it to go, you try to control the situation and you end up suffocating people. You yourself, you end up burdening yourself because you're so much fixated on control, you know, you're so much fixated on how you can control this thing and, you know, this person. You end up burdening yourself, frustrating yourself, exhausting yourself. Just let them. Let them, let people be, let people do them. The truth is that as humans, like, we always want to control. Like, we just have that part of controlling situations because I feel it stems from anxiety. It stems from, you know, past traumas, fear of past traumas. You know, you experienced a trauma in the past that you don't want to happen again, so you find yourself trying to control a situation so that you don't go back in that space again, you know. But you have to realize that some things you can't control. Like, you just have to let them be. Your mother calls your sister more than she calls you, let her. Your ex moved on a little too fast, let them. You know, your co-worker, your favorite co-worker wants to quit and go explore, you know, greener pastures, let them. Your job is laying you off, let them. Your friends are always going out and you're never invited, let them. You know, your favorite cousin didn't invite you for her wedding, let them. Because at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? Like, that's what people want to do. Let people do what they want to do. Let them be who they want to be. And I feel when you master this, like when you master letting people do what they would rather do than what you want them to do, like, you actually get to know who they are, you know. They show you who they actually are. Because I feel most of the times we get in relationships with people but we don't really know who they are, because for the most part we are always controlling, you know, the situation. We are always controlling their behavior and, you know, what they would rather do. Like, just let them do, let them show you who they truly are. Now, how you react is upon you, but you can't control that person. Now, it is upon you to take it or leave it, but let them. Let them. And I'll give you guys an example. I remember I was in a relationship with this one guy, and I would always pester him to call me and text me. Like, I would always pester him to, you know, keep the communication flowing. Like, I would tell him, when you wake up in the morning, at least like send me a message, you know, telling me good morning. And if you're caught up at work, like, send me a message and tell me, you know what, Lisa, I am caught up at work and I won't be, you know, replying to you as quick as you want it to be. But then I realized I was suffocating the person. Like, that is not what he wants to do. That is not him, you know. It was me that was pushing it on him. Like, I was trying so much to control him and control how he would rather be, you know, because naturally this person is not a communicator, you know. He doesn't want to text me all the time. He doesn't want to call me. Like, he would rather go a full day without talking to me. But because I overimposed, you know, my expectations on him, he found himself, you know, communicating and, you know, texting me all day. But the truth is that that is not him, you know. He just did all that because I pestered him to do it. And I feel if I continued with that relationship and we actually ended up, you know, getting married, like, I would have married him for his potential, for what he can, like, for the person I had created, you know, because that is not him. Soon or later his true colors would come out, you know. Soon or later, he would go back to factory setting. He would stop calling, he would stop texting, because that is not him, you know. I didn't let him be who he truly is. Like, most of the times I feel we control people, we try so much to control them, we try so much to control the situation that we don't even realize their true character, you know. I feel we shouldn't try to impose our expectations on people. Like, just let them show you who they are, let them show you what they would rather do, and it is upon you to choose whether you're going to stay with that, whether you're going to agree to go on with that, or you're going to subtract yourself from that situation. Don't try to manipulate them, because at the end of the day, you're not, like, you're going to fall in love with the potential, you're going to fall in love with the act they are putting on just for you. It is all an act, because they know that that is what you expect, so they put on this act for you, but that is not them, you know. Let people show you who they are. Let them, just let them. And even when it comes to friendships, like, I feel there is this thing of control in the friendship setting. Like, if I post you on your birthday, you have to post me on my birthday. Like, it is a thing of control, you know. Like, just let them do what they want to do, and you would see what they would rather do. Like, don't make people do things just because they know that's what you expect of them, just because they know, like, that's what will make you happy. Like, no, just let them. Like, give them free will. Anyway, at the end of the day, people have free will, and whether you like it or not, people are going to do what they want to do, even without your consent, you know. You may guilt trip them for some time, you may manipulate them for some time, but sooner or later, their true character is going to come out. What they want to do is what they are going to do at the end of the day. You may try to control them as much as you can, but it won't last for long. Trust me, it won't last for long. I'll also give an example of a work setting, right? I remember one time I was at this one job, and I had this one supervisor that, you know, she hated my guts. Like, I just knew she didn't like me, and I always was trying so hard to impress her and, you know, show her that, you know what, I'm actually good at my job. Like, I want to keep this job, I want this job. But she would always remind me, despite all my efforts, she would always remind me that, you know, she didn't want me at that job. You know, she would always remind me that anytime, any day, she's going to sack me, you know. But for some reason, like, I would always work myself up and, you know, try to go harder at my job and show her that, no, like, I am actually good at this, like, give me a chance. And honestly, I wish I realized that, Lisa, no matter what you do, this person is going to do what they want to do. If they are going to fire you, you going harder is not going to change it, you know. Like, just let them. Like, I feel I overused to work myself up and frustrate myself and overthink. When I tell you guys, I used to overthink. Like, even when I was at home, my mind was always racing, you know. I was always thinking of new ways to impress her. I was always thinking of what I can do so that, you know, she doesn't fire me. Like, my entire life was centered around, you know, this supervisor of mine and how I can change her mind. But the truth is that I actually didn't have control over it, you know. I didn't have control over her decisions. Like, I feel most of the times we tend to over worry and we tend to overwork ourselves up for things that we actually don't have control over, you know. If you have control over something, well and good, go ahead and, you know, try to, you know, find a way to work it out. But if you don't have control, like, if something is totally out of your control, there is no reason why you should be hyper fixated on it. There is no reason why you should overthink. There is no reason why you should work yourself up, you know. Even when it comes to other people's problems, like, let me say your best friend dating an abuser and you've talked to her time and time and time and again. You've always been advising her to leave him, but for some reason she's not leaving him. Let her, you know, let her. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to go and you physically drag her out of that relationship? No, you know, it is upon her to make her decision. Like, you talking and you worrying and you know, working yourself up because of her, like, it is not going to change the fact that she's still in that relationship. It is not going to magically make her leave her man. Like, it is her that has to make that decision that, you know what, I must leave this guy. But you worrying about it and, you know, constantly pressuring her to leave him, like, it is not going to change anything. Like, just let them do what they want to do, because at the end of the day, they are going to do what they want to do anyways. If you can't control something, don't even try to. Just let it flow, you know. Like, let people do what they want to do. Honestly, I know sometimes it can be hard, like it can be very hurting to see what people would rather do, because like that is not what you expected. Like, you expected, because you posted your friend on your birthday, like you expect them to show the same love back, right? You expect your friends to invite you to their events because you invite them to yours, you know. But at the end of the day, that is life. Like, life is not fair, things are not fair, everything is not going to go as you expected, you know. People are going to do them. Keep this in mind, people are going to do them whether you feel it is fair or not. Like, they are still going to do them, and you just have to let it be. Like, just let it be. If you feel the situation and the circumstances don't favor you, like, you can subtract yourself, but you don't have to control people. Like, just let them. Anyways, guys, I'll end this video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, share with me your experiences when it comes to this topic in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. Till next time, I remain Liza. Peace and love. I love you all. Bye.